Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be introducing UI collection view. So here you can see I just have some screenshots of the RB's app. This is the menu page, and here it's like just a basic UI collection view, and there's a tab view controller as well. So as you scroll this down, you can see that there are like different images. It's an image and a label appearing here. So it's just basically a simple UI collection view. So we will not be doing the tab view controller and the other stuff in this app, but we will just be going through this UI collection view. So without any further ado, let's get started with our Xcode project. Let's create a single view application, and you can just give it a name, whatever name you would like to give this. I'll be naming this as a test collection view and hit create. Alright, so let's get into our main.storyboard. From our objects library, let's drag a collection view. We are not using the collection view controller. We are just going to drag this collection view in our regular view controller and resize it to the required size. Okay, and I'm going to give it some constraints. 0 from bottom. So from the top, I'm giving it I'm going to pin it at 70. Oh, let's do it 80. 0, 0, 0. Because if you remember from our RB's app screenshot, there was a red color view background at the top. So I'm going to leave that space for that. This square shape is actually a cell, and we are going to resize the cell, and I'm going to keep it around half of the size of the collection view. And then in our cell, I'm dragging an image view and a label and resize it accordingly. So for the label, you can just adjust the size for the label as well as the image view. Give them some constraints. All right, it's giving me an error. Okay, so we are good here. So I was talking about this view background. It's like a red background color. So we will just give our view a red color, and I'm just giving this a system red. I know that it's not the exact red color, but I think it's okay for the demonstration purpose. For the label, let's give it a font. Select a font for it, and it and I'll make it bold and just increase the size of the label. So once we are done with our label, we will go into our collection view cell, and in the attributes inspector, let's give it an identifier. And now we will create a new CocoaTouch file for our collection view cell so we can configure its properties. Create. All right, so now we can give our the IB outlets in our collection view cell dot swift. All right, so from here, let's go back into our cell, and in the class, you can select the new class that we just created. It's collection view cell, and hit option plus collection view cell, and in this we will give the IB outlets. Press Control, drag, and for the image view, I'll be giving it the name My Image. Connect. And next for the label, again, Control, drag, You can actually name it whatever you want to. I'm going to name it my label connect. All right, and we will be using these names in our view controller.swift, or these outlets rather. And now in our view controller.swift, we will be creating an IB outlet for the collection view. Control drag collection view, name it. I'm giving it a name, my collection view, and connect. In our view did load function, we will be setting up the data source and delegate. So the data source object basically manages the data in the collection view, and it also creates and configures the cell. And whereas the collection view delegate, it manages the user interactions with the collection view. Here I already have the our image and the label array, and I will just copy paste that. And here below you can see it's showing me errors because we are not yet conforming to the data source and delegate methods. So I'll create an extension for the view controller. Extensions are really helpful. They create a lot of readability in your code, and I would always like recommend using extensions when you have like different, when you're conforming to various subclasses. So um, first we will do the data source methods. So I'm just commenting out the my collection view dot delegate in the view did load function. So there are two required methods for the data source. The first one is number of items in section, and as the name specify, you basically have to give how many items are there in the section. So in this case, we are going to return the image array dot count, basically the number of images in the image array. And the next data source method is cell for item at. So this will basically create and configure the cell. So let's create let cell equals to the name of the collection view dot dq reusable cell. The identifier here is the one which we gave in our storyboard. Um, let's go into our my cell and the attribute inspector. So this is the identifier that we will be using there. For index path basically it specifies the location, and then we will cast this as the name of the UI collection view cell class, and we will be returning, we will return cell here. Here we will specify our cell properties. It's cell dot my image dot image equals to UI image, and we will just give our image array, the name of the image array, yeah, this one here. And the my image is the IBR outlet that we created, the name of the IBR outlet that we created earlier, remember. And we will do the same thing with our label. My label dot text equals to label array index path dot row. And next I'll just drag and drop our images in the assets folder. And now let's run our app and see what we have got. Okay, so this looks good. It looks pretty close to the to what we are trying to create. We definitely need to work on the spacing, and also the collection view corners are rounded here, as you can see. So let's go back in our view controller.swift and in our view did load function, the my collection view dot layer dot corner radius. Let's give it a corner radius of 10, and I will also add a border width of just 1 and a border color. Okay, so this should be good. It will help us get that rounded corner collection view look. So next we will be creating another extension of our view controller, and we will conform it to the UI collection view delegate flow layout. And do not forget to uncomment this line, my collection view dot delegate. So this protocol, it basically defines the size of the items and spacing between the items. And I'm here specifying four main methods that are most commonly used. The first one is the size for item add. The second one is the inset for section add. And the next, we will just do this one, minimum interim spacing. And the last one, I'll add the minimum line spacing for section add. So all these methods are optional, and if you don't implement any of these methods, it will just use the default values. So for the size of item at, it basically, the size for item at will ask the delegate for the size of the specified item cell. And here we'll be returning CG size, width, and height for the item cell. And in the inset for section add, I'll be setting up the edge insets. And then we have the minimum interim spacing. It will ask the delegate for the spacing between items. Now let's run our app and see what do we have here. All right, so we do have the rounded corners for the collection view, and here you can see that our spacing and all, it looks pretty good. Yeah, so it is pretty close to these screenshots we have here. All right then, so we can just go over these, and it looks okay. You can modify it a bit more if you would like to, like with the spacing and all. So that's it from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and this video was helpful. So do subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.